This movie, I'm going to show you about the puppet warp tool so that I can attempt to animate this baby walking with moving crazy legs. I've already made a duplicate of my legs. So I have two exactly the same layers here, but I called one legs O1 creature and I called the other one legs O2 creature because I want them to look different. To get a very interesting effect going, I'm going to use a thing called the puppet warp tool. When I choose this choice, it puts mesh all over my critter. And then immediately, I shouldn't have to choose anything. I get this pin tool. If you have a lot of files open or you're trying to process a video at the same time, you might not see the pins, which is what happened to me, and I dumped that video. So I'm putting a set of pins here all across the baby's hips because this is a point at which I want the work to not move. But I do want the work to move, or this object to move in other places. So I'm going to put another pin in the middle of this thigh, one on the knee and one on the foot. And here also one on the thigh, one on the knee, and one on the foot. At this point, things get very interesting because if I mouse over one of the pins, I can start dragging and making it look like, as crazy as this seems, I am moving the leg. However, you can see I'm distorting the leg and it's scaring everyone. I'm going to remove this pin here. I'm going to actually delete that pin and I'm going to delete this pin because I probably just want it to hinge here. So that's pretty good, see? It's distorted. I told you it wasn't going to be pretty, okay? So this one is forward. Well, that's why I have multiple layers. I'm deleting these extra pins. I'm thinking those were bad. And then this, like this, I told you it wasn't going to be nice. Okay? So for better or for worse, I'm going to apply that change. So now I click apply by seeing what I have here. Again, this is before and this is after. If I zoom in on this, there's some very bad distortion here. So I'm going to actually, I undid it. So it's no longer puppet warped. I undid it. I did Command Z. I'm going to try it again, okay? This time, on this new layer, before I warp, I'm going to actually just warp this one leg. So, puppet warp, and I'm going to pin down everything here so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to pin here, and then I'm going to try to rotate from this knee pin. Everything's okay, everything's okay. Okay, he's kicking out his little leg there. And here I'm going to bring this leg up. It's going to be nasty, okay? So that's, all right, I'm going to keep that one. So I'm going to hit return, and now I have 1 and then 2. Then I'll duplicate this one. Duplicate. Turn off the one before. This is going to be legs O3. And naming will help you, especially if you have stops and starts on your project. So now on this one, again, I'll add puppet warp. So here we'll go to edit and we'll do puppet warp. I'm going to lock down this leg in place by putting 3 pins. And then this leg and this hip, again, I'm going to try to rotate. The body is straightening. Maybe I should lock the body down with a couple of pins and bring this leg in front like that. Oh, it's getting creased there. So I'm going to stop right here and hit return, and I've applied that change. And I'll duplicate this one. And then I would also just like to say this is, to teach animation to kids. This is not a professional animation tutorial. This is for use of education to help grow. Okay, so here we've got the now distorted version of that. And the situation here is that the leg, the leg is, oops, bad and wrong. Now I'm freaking myself out here. I don't really want to tear that out. The leg that I want to be moving in front of is really like glued. This is a Photoshop file. So that's not what I want to do. Now I feel terrible because I have to start all over. Right, so that is not a good way to go. So this is the don't do one, and I will keep